Hello everyone and welcome back. I just want to wish you a very happy new year. Today is the first day of January and also my first video for 2021, and I am so excited for the brand new year. I think all of us are kind of feeling the same way. A little bit probably more than normal this year. I'm excited because I have quite a few plans for my channel here, and I'm excited to share with you guys what I have in store, so I hope you guys will be following along with me throughout the year. Today, however, we are going to take a quick little sneak peek back into 2020, and I'm going to be sharing with you my favorite projects from the past year. So I have about 8 projects I'm going to highlight. I will link all of the full links to each of the videos down in the description box, along with a playlist, because a few of my friends are joining me with similar videos today, so I will link that also down in the playlist so you can go check out their favorite projects for the past year as well. It should be a fun video, so let's go ahead and jump right in. First on today's list is sprucing up the open shelves in my kitchen by adding some vintage shelf liner. It of course was a quick and easy project, but it made such a difference. The shelf liner itself I actually found at a church sale the previous summer. I brought it home, packed it away, and forgotten all about it until I rediscovered it this year, and I'm like, I've got to get this up. So it was a fun little project to do, and it made such a difference. Not only did it add a little pop of color to my mostly white kitchen, but it added a little vintage flair as well, which I think is so much fun. This next project was also a quick and easy one. Using some baker's twine, a cow tag, and some beads, I put together some house beads that I could use to decorate with, and I love how they turned out. After stringing some beads along a double length of red and white baker's twine, I made a tassel for each end. And then simply added a cow tag to one side. And I think it turned out so adorable. I have very much enjoyed decorating with these. I think they were so fun. I love the little pop of red and white, and of course the graphic of the numbers is always a fun little thing to add into your decor as well. And speaking of fun, this next project was a delight. I found this cute little shelf for less than $5. It had a dark stained finish and it was looking pretty rough with paint splotches and water rings, but I knew it was a gem in the making because the shelf itself was really well made. So to spruce up my new set of shelves, I decided to give it a fun crackled top coat using simple school glue, which I simply brushed on nice and thickly and allowed it to dry. Then, working in small sections at a time, I added a layer of craft paint on top of the dried glue. And since I wanted to speed up the transformation process a little bit, I used my hair dryer to dry the paint, and as you can see, as I'm drying the paint, the crackles start to form, and it is so cool to watch. And when you're finished, you have this lovely crackled finish, which adds instant texture and a weathered look to your project. And not to mention, it is so much fun to do. If you're anything like me, you're going to go wandering around your house looking for other things that you can add a crackle finish to. This next project was a super simple project which I absolutely loved making. I wanted to add a little bit of a patriotic look to my living room, so I have decided to make a flag stand, and it turned out so cute and adorable, and I just love how it turned out. I used some scrap pieces of lumber and trim that I had in my stash. I attached them all together with wood screws, and I drilled some holes for the flags on top. I then went ahead and painted it all up by giving it a dark base coat and a light top coat. Then took my paint scraper and scraped off some of the paint to give it that weathered look that I love so much. I have used this technique many times on my channel, and I have a tutorial on it. If you would like to take a look, I will link it down below. And once the painting process was done, my flag stand was complete, and I absolutely love how it turned out. I think it turned out so cute. I want to make myself another one that will hold different sized flags. I think that would be so much fun, and you can make it in any shape or size that you want, and I think it is just a fun little project that gives you the opportunity to add a little patriotic flair wherever you'd like around your house. Benches in all shapes and sizes are a staple item in farmhouse and cottage decor, and since I figured out a new place for a bench, I decided to go ahead and make one for myself. I used a saw and a jigsaw to cut the boards to length and to cut decorative edges. Then I put it all together with wood screws, gave it a paint job, and that was it. A quick and easy bench that looks oh so adorable, and a great addition to my collection of benches. This next project is definitely a favorite of mine. I found this roll top desk for $8.99 at Goodwill, but I wasn't crazy about the dark stain, so I gave it a makeover, and now I absolutely love how it looks. I started by using a paint and varnish stripper, which I took off with a paint scraper, and then I did some sanding. And some more sanding. There was a lot of sanding. But the result was this beautiful looking desk that has that raw wood look that I am so enamored with lately. And it is the perfect accent for my living room. To add a little rustic wood tones into the mix. Plus, I think it looks absolutely beautiful now. This next project was one I had dreamed up years ago but never got around to actually working on it. I always thought it would be nice to break up the large blank wall in my dining room with a chair rail and some planking down below it. Here's a look at the wall before I got started. I started by adding a chair rail, which is pretty simple in and of itself. Once that was done, I picked up some tongue and groove beadboard from the home improvement store, and I just added it onto the wall using my brad gun. This planking and beadboard is really nice these days. They make it reversible, so you can choose between a flat plank on one side or your traditional beadboard look on the other side. Once I had it all installed, primed, and painted, it added some instant cottage charm to my house, which I absolutely love. And finally, this year's favorite project has to be the plate rack that I built and installed in my dining room to give me a place to display my ever-growing collection of vintage plates and platters. With a rough plan and some measurements in hand, I went ahead and cut, assembled, primed and painted, installed, and finally decorated my handy plate rack, which I am totally in love with. It is the perfect place for me to showcase some of my favorites from my collection, and I have to say I have so much fun decorating this space and changing it up for each of the seasons. So I hope you guys enjoyed this roundup of my favorite projects of 2020. Now I would love it if you guys would take advantage of the playlist down in the description box and go see what some of my friends here on YouTube have picked for their favorite projects of 2020 as well. Make sure you guys give them a little love down in the comments while you're there. If you enjoyed today's video, I would love it if you'd hit that thumbs up button. And of course, if you have not yet subscribed, it would be wonderful of you to do that and become part of my thrifting and decorating community here on YouTube. I would love that very, very much. And of course, I would love to know down in the comments which of my projects I shared today was your particular favorite. So that is going to be it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by, hanging out with me as always. I really do appreciate it. And I hope that you guys have a wonderful first day of a brand new year. And I will see you guys very soon in my next video. Bye now.